Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to a brand new F1 2017 career mode video for you guys today on my channel. Today I am back with my career mode here, Season 2 with Mercedes-Benz, and as you can see, we're just having a look at some specific elements of the car before we get into today's video, and yeah, just basically doing what we always do, having a look over the car and checking out all of the career mode status. So as you can see, I believe we're on engine element 3 at the moment, which is halfway through, well, more than halfway through our engine components. And as you can see, because I've now got lots of free engine space, I'm going to be running fresher engines in practice in order to give myself the best form of resource points, because doing the practice programs with a worn engine in a Mercedes is pretty difficult, and I'm struggling with it. So I'm going to just drop it down a little bit and just give myself the fresh engines. Just use them. Why not? Take advantage of it in the second half of the season. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But whilst the practice programs are going on, I just want to give... I didn't really want to make a full video on just a little mini announcement thing, so I thought I would just do it in today's video. Due to university schedules, there will no longer be videos on my channel on Thursdays, which is e.g. tomorrow. Basically, I'm in uni from 9 till 6, so I just have absolutely no time to even record a video, render a video, anything with videos. So the plan for Thursdays is there will just be no videos. So apologies to those that continue to like the content, but at the end of the day, I prioritize university as my #1 priority, because that's the career that I'm looking to go forward in. If YouTube ever goes anywhere near to becoming a career, then for sure I would 100% take it. But at the moment, university is the #1 priority. So yeah, there'll be no videos on my channel on a Thursdays, pretty much up until Christmas, because that's when timetables change. So yeah, so I just thought I'd get out of the way. So don't expect any content tomorrow, because there won't be any. So, anyway, let's get into the practice programs then. So, we're doing actually very, very well. I think we've literally got purple on absolutely everything. So, definitely the fresher engine components making an impact here. And coming towards the start-finish line now to complete our last lap here in the race strategy. All fine, basically. And as you can see, getting the purple there. And we're going to claim our resource points. You can see those crucial amount of resource points. And Emma's coming across to us with a new rival now. So I think we drew with Sebastian Vettel in the last rivalry. And she says, yeah, I've got a brand new rival. This one's going to be very hard for you. And it's the same one. Thanks, Emma. Thanks for giving me the same rival. I thought you might be able to switch it up a little bit. But no, she gives me the same one. So I mean, we'll go head-to-head with Sebastian once again. I mean, we have been doing so all season long. But, of course, a dreadful race for Ferrari in the Belgian Grand Prix last time out has really put them on the back foot coming into this weekend. So, they really need to step it up, because our Mercedes team is now taking advantage. And because I've got so many fresh engines, I've decided I'm going to put in a brand new power unit for this Grand Prix. Because just why not? I've got this brand new power unit. I chuck it in for Italy, where I am going to be the fastest. So, also, come the Singapore Grand Prix, I am going to make an upgrade to the chassis, and I'm going to do a little bit of work there with the energy store cells, and as you can see, that should then jump us back in front of Ferrari in the chassis. So yeah, a little bit of work there to the chassis, which means we're going to have a double upgrade come Singapore, because we're going to have that massive engine upgrade coming in Singapore, and we're also going to have that chassis weight upgrade coming. So we've got a lot of parts coming for the Singapore Grand Prix, and it's going to be exciting for the second half of for the end of the the flyaway events. Into Q1, we got the fastest in Q1, actually, very comfortably quickest in the first part of qualifying. Into Q2 we go. We're now coming towards the second to last corner here. I decided to go out for one run. I didn't feel like there was any need to go out for 2 runs, or I didn't even feel the need to go out at the start of the session. I thought I'd just go out at the end of the session, get the run in. And as you can see, qualifying is over, across the start-finish line. I think we got second in that one. We did, yes. So P2 there. Probably beaten by Hamilton, who's been on a bit of a streak in qualifying, but very struggling, very much struggling in the races. And as you can see there, Mercedes clearly in front of Ferrari, with Vettel going to be doing a different strategy, starting on soft tyres in the Italian Grand Prix. So that's going to be interesting to see what he does in this season. And then into Q3 then for the final time now. And as you can see, round the last corner, we're currently in P4 at the moment. So 4th place at the moment, behind the 2 Ferraris and also Lewis Hamilton. But across the start-finish line, that is going to be P2 and a front row start for this Italian Grand Prix. And I am really happy with that. That's exactly what I wanted. Nice front row start. And as you can see, myself and Hamilton line up on the front row. It's a Mercedes front row Ferrari accumulate the second row. Red Bull split by the Williams of Felipe Massa and Ocon, Perez, and also Romain Grosjean rounds out the top 10. So as you can see, gathering our resource points, and then we're going to be getting our race objectives from Emma, who's just basically going to tell us the same thing as we've done all season long. Finish in second place, beat Sebastian Vettel, and then also finish fourth in the championship. So let's get into the race.
Like for today's race, Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and a Mercedes alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Massa, Verstappen, Ocon, Perez, and Romain Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Jolyon Palmer, and Kvyat, Stroll, Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, and Pascal Wehrlein, Ericsson, and Stoffel Van Dorn completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Alright then guys, as you can see, we're on the grid here to start the Italian Grand Prix. And we're going to be doing the one-stop race. We're going to be starting on a set of super soft tyres and then moving to a set of soft tyres for the end of the race, which shouldn't be that bad really in general. And accidentally clicked there on setup, which I don't really need to look at. But as you can see, I make one slight twist. You are allowed to make a change to the front wing angle, which is exactly why I've made that change there. So before people say, you know, Park Ferme, you arsehole, you can change the front wing angle. You're allowed to do that. But anyway, onto the grid now. 5 red lights, and it is lights out. We go here for the start of the Italian Grand Prix. It's been an absolutely phenomenal start from us. We've actually jumped Lewis Hamilton, and as you can see now, it's a brilliant start for us. And as we can go towards turn 1, Raikkonen's getting close towards Lewis Hamilton. Into turn 1 we go. We have out-dragged Lewis Hamilton, and that is us up into the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. My best start probably this season for Mercedes-Benz. And now we move back over towards Sebastian Vettel's POV because he's under attack from Verstappen, but he just sols off Max there as they come through the Curva Grande. And as you can see, towards the chicane now for the first time here, my lead already increasing. Raikkonen is all over the back of Hamilton, so Lewis struggling at the start of the race already. And as we move further on into the first lap, you can see myself, Hamilton, and Raikkonen pulling out a bit of an advantage here. And Kimi has got a great run towards the Parabolica on Lewis Hamilton, and he's actually going to move over to the right-hand side to give him the inside line into that Parabolica corner and down the inside. He's going to make this one stick, actually. Hamilton, in fairness, has the outside line, and it's technically a better line around Parabolica, but Raikkonen, in fairness to him, makes it stick, and that's going to make the Ferrari crowd extremely happy. The Tifosi will be going mad over that one, and Hamilton now trying to sneak back in on Kimi Raikkonen, but it's just not going to work, unfortunately, and he's had to sit back and wait a little bit longer now. As behind us, Felipe Massa makes a move down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo now. So Felipe moving up the order a little bit here, and he jumps Daniel Ricciardo. And next up for him is Sebastian Vettel. So Massa making some good progress further behind, as we can see the two Renaults going into combat here. Through the Curva Grande, it is Jolyon Palmer actually making an overtake, ladies and gentlemen. You have just witnessed Palmer overtaking Hülkenberg. Yes, I did not make that up. He actually did it, and I am very proud of him. But onto lap 4 of the Grand Prix now. Kimi Raikkonen has closed up to the back of us, and he's now got DRS to attack us with. But with my Mercedes car just being so quick, even with DRS enabled, Raikkonen can't even get anywhere near me. And this is when I thought to myself, you know what? This might just be an easier race than I expected. I was half thinking of reminiscent of the Italian Grand Prix from last season, Season 1, which went down so well on my channel. But Kimi Raikkonen never really got that close, but as we come towards the second Lesmo, making the charge towards Ascari, Kimi has actually got a much better run this time, and this is Kimi's opportunity here towards Ascari. Go a little bit wide here. Kimi now sort of sticks his front wing in there, just about there, but in towards Ascari. I'm going to brake slightly later. I'm going to completely shut the door and give Kimi absolutely no options there, and he has to sit back and wait a little bit longer. But that's the first time that I realised that Kimi is not a threat on the pit straight, because I can get up to top speed where he doesn't have that. To one towards Ascari, however, he does have that run, and as you can see once again here on lap 6, Kimi is coming back at us for a second run here, and this time once again though, look, you can just see he's having to tuck back in behind. He's got the DRS though, but he's tucking in behind all the time, and I don't even have the engine upgrade yet. That's what I'm worried about. I don't have the engine upgrade, and he is still all over the back of us here. On lap 7, we've got a very compromised run at the exit of Parabolica, went a bit too wide onto the entrance to the curb. But yet again, I might as well just sit back, relax, because Kimi's just going to completely hound the rear of my car, and he's just not going to get past. He literally just stood there, and nothing happened as we slightly outbroke ourselves into the first part of the chicane. It's not really going to cause that many problems, and as you can see, Hamilton is still also sticking with us. So in fairness to Lewis, even though he lost out at the start, he hasn't exactly lost his mojo, and he is still carrying things on. As Kimi now on lap 8 of this Grand Prix does make a move towards Ascari, but it isn't enough. He has to sit back and just continue to be patient in this Grand Prix. It's going to be a patient game for Kimi, but as you can see, it's the run towards Parabolica. Kimi has got a much better run this time. He has got a great run at the exit of Ascari, but this time, you can see again, he just struggles as soon as he gets to the back of us. That's when it matters, and that's when Kimi doesn't have it. And as you can see now, on towards the pit straight here, on lap 8 of the Grand Prix, Kimi has got a very, very good run, though, this time. As you can see, he moves over to the inside line pretty early, actually, not getting in the slipstream this time, and now he pulls back into the slipstream here as we come towards the end of the straight, and Kimi's got a problem. Kimi's got an engine failure on the pit straight in front of the Tifosi home crowd. Hamilton goes past this time, and Kimi is out of the Italian Grand Prix, and the Ferrari's dreaded luck continues in this career mode. Kimi Räikkönen, who was all over the back of me and was dominating this race, has had an engine failure in front of the Tifosi home crowd. And that's really, that's absolutely devastating for Kimi Räikkönen here on lap 8 of the Grand Prix, start lap 9 now. So, wow, that's completely changed the complexity of the race. It is now a Mercedes-Benz 1-2 with myself leading, Hamilton second, and Vettel nearly 10 seconds back already in third place. So, wow, that's I didn't expect that at all. Unfortunate luck there for Kimi Räikkönen, but from where I'm sitting, that's fine by me. Pressure's gone. I can just do my own race now. I was able to match Lewis Hamilton's pace. So yeah, I'm not that concerned. I'll just carry on my way as if nothing ever happened. And we come out of the pits now, and that is one of the Williamses of, I believe it is Stroll, I want to say, but I could be wrong. But look at this, we've got 3 wides here between 2 Renaults. We've got Palmer, Hulkenberg, and Sainz all battling away here. Also, Kvyat in the background as we've got some glowing tyres. Palmer forced off the track, and somehow Carlos Sainz has managed to squeeze himself through after being pinpointed by the 2 Renault cars. And this time, Hulkenberg gets revenge through the Curva Grande on Jolyon Palmer. But they're still side by side, so some great action here between the Renaults and the Toro Rosso drivers going head to head. And as you can see, Hulkenberg has a look at Sainz here, and he's going to stick with it now. So Carlos and Hulkenberg going back at it, but eventually Sainz gets much better traction on the exit of that corner and into the Lesmos. Hulkenberg has to sit back, and he's going to have to wait a little bit longer to make his move on Sainz. Onto lap 15 of the Grand Prix, and we set the fast lap of the race so far, and we are now at 3.1 seconds, I believe that says, clear of Lewis Hamilton. And on lap 17 of the Grand Prix now, as we're making our way, we're just holding pace at the moment with Lewis Hamilton. Vettel nowhere near in sight. He is not a threat to us in this Italian Grand Prix. We've got some yellow flags so down at Ascari, so someone's had a problem, and it's Max Verstappen that's had a problem, so he's gone off, and that to me looks like a horrible double lockup, and he's just gone off into the gravel trap there. So pretty unfortunate for Max Verstappen. He was doing so well, I feel, even the race as well. He's on soft tyres, crucially, so he was also doing something different, but unfortunate luck there for Max Verstappen. On to lap 18 now, start of lap 19. We go and set yet another fast lap of the Grand Prix so far, and once again, just doing the work out front, just putting in the quick laps whenever I felt like it, really. And onto lap 21, it started to become a little bit of a game, actually. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, this is just a proof. We're catching up to the back of Fernando Alonso, and you can see how far back we were, and just how close we are now into this chicane here. But eventually, Fernando just decides, you know what, screw it, my McLaren is just terrible. Tom, can you please join me in Season 3 of Career Mode and help me out? Maybe, Fernando, if I get an offer from you, I might consider it. But anyway, on to lap 23 of the Grand Prix now, and as you can see, we're going to be setting, you probably guessed it by now, another fastest lap in this Grand Prix, which I was pretty proud about. And then Hamilton decided, you know what, Tom, let's play a game. Let's see who can get fastest lap, and I was ready for a little bit of fun. You know, Hamilton started to really kick up the momentum a little bit, and I decided it's time for me to have some fun as well. So it's now basically who can set the fastest lap there, as unfortunately yet another retiree. I didn't quite catch who that was, but another person unfortunately out of this Italian Grand Prix here on to start lap 25. You can see I'm taking the really tight lines to try and get the fastest lap, but at the moment, and Hamilton's just like, you know what, I'll set a new fastest lap. So Hamilton is winning in this Mercedes fast lap game. I'm trying to save some fuel here. I'm actually getting past some lap cars, and there it is. Fastest lap of the race so far, beating Lewis Hamilton, and then he just goes and responds straight back with that one. So thanks, Lewis Hamilton. Thank you very much. So I'm going to put it into lean fuel mixture, and then I'm going to go again. Chuck the car into rich fuel mixture, and we've got a Sauber. Whoa, that was Marcus Ericsson, I think that was, going pretty slowly on the pit straight there, so I don't know what he was up to in that stage of the Grand Prix. But on to the last lap of the Grand Prix now, and it was yet another commanding drive from the 2 lads of Mercedes-Benz, and across the line to win the Italian Grand Prix in front of the Tifosi home crowd. In fact, it's actually the exact same result near enough. as the real-life Italian Grand Prix with a 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz, very far clear of the Ferrari in third. So, as Lewis Hamilton put it, Mercedes power is obviously better than Ferrari power, and as much as that annoyed the Italian crowd, he has a fair point, and it's 100% true in every way possible. But there you can see Toto Wolff very, very happy with the result here, and as you can see, we are now celebrating the race victory here, winner of me in this Grand Prix, with Vettel there in third, Hamilton collecting second place. So for a back-to-back Mercedes 1-2, I don't think me and Lewis have done back-to-back 1-2s for Mercedes-Benz this season, with Ricciardo finishing an impressive fourth there. So he obviously got back past Felipe Massa at some point in the strategy. But as you can see, super ecstatic there. We are on top of the world. Unfortunately, the Tifosi home crowd are probably going to try and get an assault rifle and shoot me, because I beat them. I won last year for Ferrari, and then I joined Mercedes, and now I won for Mercedes and thumped Ferrari. But at the end of the day, I like Mercedes, and we got and done the job. So there it is. And as you can see, the crowd celebrating, and you see our car there. That would actually be on the pit straight, so that little thing there, Codemasters, is unrealistic because it would never happen, but we'll move on from that. But as you can see then, here is the full classification. So, so obviously some problem for Felipe Massa. It was Massa that DNF'd in the Grand Prix. Okay, that's who I might have caught there. So, that's how Ricciardo got back in front. Strong result for Force India, getting 5th and 6th in the Grand Prix. In the driver's standings, now you can see the gap is getting ever larger between myself and Sebastian Vettel as he continues to have poor races and my races continue to get even stronger in this career mode. Lewis Hamilton with a 1-2 and Raikkonen DNFing means that we're going to get lots of points. You can see we're over 100. I think we're exactly 100 points clear now in the constructors standings. So really, really looking good for Mercedes-Benz, and I'm really happy that things are just absolutely going everything to plan at the moment. And as you can see, we're collecting all of our points here for this session. Team approval, they're done, and then we're going to pick up our driver score as well. And then we've got an invitational event. We haven't had one of these in a long time, mainly because one of them I just retired the session from because I crashed, lol. But as you can see then, we've got a checkpoint challenge around Singapore in the 1996 Williams Renault, and I absolutely love this car. It's such a good car. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you listen to the rest of this clip, and then I'll be back when the checkpoint challenge ends. Alright then guys, so with 5 seconds to go now, you can see that we are going to end the session here. There it is. We just missed that checkpoint there, really close. I made a lot of mistakes on that lap, so technically I probably could have hit that checkpoint, maybe even one more after, but we completed the Invitational nonetheless, and that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. So guys, if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed to this channel already. It is growing massively, and I'm really happy for all the support, and I want to thank you guys so much, as I per usually do. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next one. Take care all. Peace.